No, of course, very well said. And as I said right at the top of this conversation, that you've definitely been championing our woes, even at a legislative level. And do you reckon that there's still a long road ahead? And what changes and initiatives do you think we can expect in the year 2018?
One, the amalgamation and the creation of one umbrella organization. The other is, when you look at content creation and when you look at the academic side of the industry, many people feel that you go to an institute of mass communication and you're done. You get that degree and then you come in. Or you go to an animation school, then you get that degree and you come in. That is not how creativity can be expanded. Creativity is best when it's multidisciplinary.
Right.
And do we peg that to our student community? Do we tell them that it's okay to take technology, music, maths and philosophy and still be a filmmaker?
Right.
So that is another aspect that I'm looking at this year, where the Indian Institute of Mass Communication, we are hoping, becomes a deemed to be university, and then as a university creates an academic ecosystem where on its own it gives its students an opportunity to study every kind of subject, so that the creative instinct of that student is not inclined to just one subject but actually enhances. The third thing that I'm extremely excited about is the Prime Minister's clarion call for not only digital India but also infusing artificial intelligence into our everyday life. And I was speaking to some of my colleagues and I said that not many people possibly in India understand how artificial intelligence in filmmaking possibly can enhance your consumer experience. Are we talking enough about that? We look at technology as an enabler, but have we ever looked at it from a creative point of view in terms of new sounds, new experiences? And I think that's another part of the future that I'm very excited about. When Siddharth spoke about data analytics for better management, can we use data analytics to understand the needs of our consumers? Because it tells us what are they consuming, with what kind of speed, what are they binging on in terms of viewership. And that is another aspect which I think we can leverage very well. It might seem intrusive to a few people that now as a consumer you'd want to use data analytics to understand what my needs are. But I think with a growing, expanding market, that data analytics then helps you create more of that kind of content, and the viewer then has access to that kind of content. The minute they want to switch, voila, we have another kind of, a taste that we can develop for the consumer. And those are the aspects that I think that we can all look forward to.
Well, I have an interesting question, just because you've been an insider as well. And you know that we've been, of course, known for always coming with our woes, our troubles, our problems, at the government level to make sure that things are sorted in the media and entertainment industry. But because you've been an insider, I would like to ask you, that do you think that there are changes we need to make within? What those changes are?
We need to stop saying that we have woes. Because we are not bechara. We have an economic
we like to project that sometimes to get our
of
job done.
1,30,000 crores in this economy, and we need to be very, very proud about it. How many times do we say it as an industry outside? I represent even the textiles industry. The textile industry speaks of it from every rooftop in terms of its market potential. How many filmmakers talk about their domestic market potential and talk about the numbers every given opportunity? That we are not only about Nach Gana, we are not only about, somebody crying or some romantic song. We bring this much money to the table, and we bring food to the table of 3.6 million Indians. That's our contribution. Because every time, and that's why Siddharth says that laundry list, because he knows that every time somebody looks at a filmmaker, they say, आपको कैसे तकलीफ हो सकती है? आप तो फिल्में बनाते हैं. We do this make-believe world of luxury, and everybody feels that we must not be having problems at all. But when we concretize our stand and talk about the economic value of our industry, then people say, oh, such a big business? How do you manage to do it? And that's where the conversation then changes and starts.
Right. No, truly, we've been addressed as a soft power. Of course, sometimes we become a soft target as well, but those are separate circumstances.
Yeah, but my issue is this, given that now you've recognized me as an insider, honestly put a hand to your heart and tell me how many of us manufacture that outrage because we don't have a film that is that good, but we know that we'll get the eyeballs. if we create a little controversy. We are all in the business of it. It's the best kept secret which is just out there. And nobody wants to talk about it, but people will clap, and I will get a few smiles on the aisle.
All right, we won't get into that.
Yeah, of course you won't.
No, we will have to keep this. This is FICCI
Yeah,
Frames.
yeah,
We will
I
keep
know.
it non-controversial. But truly, ma'am,
I don't mind controversial. I thought my second name was controversy.
No, not at all. That was meant to be mine, I thought. But
No,
anyway.
no. I'm giving you a tough run.
Oh, you No, but truly, I think with all your endeavors, especially with putting our cinema on the map by, leading a delegation, and with what you've done at IFFI and what you plan to do at Cannes, and we're heading towards the 50th year of the film festival, and also, like you rightfully said, the communication of our cinema and entertainment, which is beyond just song and dance. It's the kind of impact Indian cinema should be having across the world and globe. And there are some spectacular films that have actually touched millions of lives and hearts. Like Sid gave us data about, what is happening in China, but, our films have walked proudly on so many festivals.
No, I think that another strength of our films that we never ever take pride in globally, literally shout from the rooftops about, is the capacity of our regional language films. How many countries can say that I have a Marathi box office hit like Sairat? How many countries can say that I have some gentleman sitting in Kolkata called Bumbada, Prasunjit, who does films? How many of us can say that we've had a legend that we gave tribute to today, who did films in 5 languages and was a superstar not of Delhi, Mumbai, but the entire nation?
Yes.
And that is another part that I want to celebrate. The more the expanse of content, the more the opportunity for local languages and local talent to come to the fore. And that is, again, I think, a hidden engine that we need to kickstart. That it's not everybody looks at the industry only from the perspective, let's say, of Mumbai. Everybody looks at just a few of us and says, you are the industry. The beauty and the strength of the industry is that we are as much in Chennai, in Hyderabad, we are as much in Pune, we are as much as in Kolkata, in Odisha, and we are also there in Nagaland.
Right.
That's our beauty.
No, that's fantastic. And on that note, I'd like to thank Mrs. Irani for giving us her time.
You're done?
And yes, I was given a time slot and I've exceeded it already. But you're always so engaging to listen to. So thank you so much for your thoughts, your hopes, your aspirations for the media and entertainment industry. And more than anything else, the power with which you communicate the impact of the India story. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
That was a highly engaging and truly uplifting interaction, and I'm sure you all will agree with me. Thank you so very much for that. And now, the concluding remarks by Dr. Sanjaya Baru, Secretary General, FICCI.
FICCI Frames is more than 2 decades old. It's an institution now that many of us have actually seen from the outside. It's for the first time that I'm seeing this program from the inside. It is
फोटो डालना दे फोटो नहीं है नहीं ना ओके जाने दो फिर कोई डाल देगा इसलिए